Welcome back to Simple Pure Whole Wellness. If you're searching for more meaningful connections in your life or have ever felt lonely, this video is for you. The desire for meaningful social connections is inherent in human nature. Loneliness or perceived social isolation results in difficult and painful emotions that arise when a person experiences a discrepancy between her desired and actual social relationships. Here are some suggestions on how to make more meaningful connections and why it matters. In a world filled with busy and incessant demands, so many of us suffer from loneliness and are desperately seeking true connection. Loneliness is pervasive. In fact, since 1980, the percentage of American adults who say they're lonely has doubled from 20 to 40%. This growing social isolation in our society has been recognized to have dire physical, mental, and emotional consequences. Loneliness and social isolation can impair immune function and increase inflammation, which may contribute to the development or worsening of numerous health issues such as arthritis, type 2 diabetes, heart disease and stroke, psychiatric disorders including depression, alcohol abuse, cognitive decline, and sleep disruptions. Loneliness increases the risk of these diseases and can also lead to premature death. For example, a study showed that isolation increases the risk of coronary heart disease by 29% and stroke by 32%. Those who feel unsatisfied or lacking in their social interactions are also more likely to die prematurely. Loneliness impacts mortality risk at rates that may be comparable to well-established risk factors like smoking and obesity. Despite the stigma, loneliness is not a fault or the result of poor social skills. Science suggests that socially isolated people may actually be exceptionally sensitive to social cues. This increased likelihood to perceive ambiguous social cues can negatively lead them to take on a path of self-preservation. Whether you thrive with lots of social interaction or tend to be a quiet introvert who prefers few deep connections, you don't have to go it alone. Consider these approaches if you want to grow the meaningful connections in your life. My first strategy is to opt to befriend people in person and take a social media break when you need to. In our modern tech-savvy society, popularity is often judged based on the number of friends or followers you have on social media sites. While we spend more and more time online and using social media, studies show that the amount of time you spend on social networks is actually inversely related to how happy you feel throughout the day. Social satisfaction doesn't result from having large numbers of friends, but instead is based on the quality of human interactions. Therefore, the key to reaping the benefits of social support is to focus on the quality of meaningful relationships in your life. Having people you can depend on and who depend on you in return enhances life satisfaction and health. Instead of waiting for that text or sitting at home wishing you were with others, initiate an invitation for a social outing. Focus on relationships where you feel a genuine connection and receive love and appreciation. It's also important to make a conscious effort to drop comparisons and be okay with saying no. If there are people who stress you out, inflame you, or bring you down, take a break from them. This also applies to social media. Unfollow social media accounts that leave you feeling inadequate, lacking, or in comparison mode. Making this space can help you reevaluate your relationships and decide which ones you want to invite back into your life. Another way to add companionship into your life is with a pet. Pets are loyal companions who bring meaning and joy into our lives. For those who are capable of caring for a pet, adopting an animal can be a wonderful way to find companionship. Others can receive the benefits of a furry friend by volunteering with a local animal shelter or joining a program that pairs people up with a shelter dog as a running partner. This is a great way to feel like part of something greater and to give while receiving love and appreciation in return. Animals teach us to pay attention to the world around us and how we interact with it. They help you to learn to appreciate the present moment and open your heart to unconditional love. The human-animal bond is profoundly powerful and healing. Another way to decrease your loneliness is to reach out and spread kindness. Kindness enhances your connections with yourself, with those you interact with, and with the world around you. Living your life from a place of unconditional kindness for yourself and others is a key element of mindfulness practices. When you act with kindness and compassion toward yourself and the world around you, you add a much-needed ease and grace into your life. One way to practice compassion and kindness is to give without expecting something in return. You can volunteer at a local soup kitchen, deliver meals to the elderly, mentor a child, or spend your time in another way that seems meaningful to you. Knowing that you're a valued and contributing member of society will enhance your social and emotional well-being. And finally, the truest solution for finding meaningful connection is to start with recognizing your own completeness and wisdom. Building a connection with yourself is the first step in building fulfilling and meaningful relationships with others. Opt to befriend yourself, trust your gut, give yourself permission to grow, and live your life on purpose. To do this, get in touch with what truly drives you. Allow yourself to start listening within and become comfortable with your intuition. As you move clearly to connect with what matters the most to you, you can more confidently choose those relationships that nourish your soul. Relationships reflect who you are inside, so you need to know and trust yourself first. Through self-care, meditation, yoga, contemplation, and self-reflection, you can get to know your inner world more deeply. This will build self-compassion and vulnerability, which will move you towards allowing yourself to embody your core values and be who you are truly meant to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll link some related resources in the information box below, as well as more tips on how to find meaningful connections in your life. If you've enjoyed this, I'd love if you give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more simple, pure whole wellness.